Okay, this is very interesting. Very, 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 very interesting. So I was watching FBI ex-assistant director of the FBI drone on this freaking keynote speech this week. And he made a specific point of saying the US doesn't spy for economic reasons. The US only spies for security reasons and only spies on terrorists, et cetera, et cetera. This is something that you hear them claim over and over again. They've claimed this in New Zealand as well, that they don't spy for economic reasons, that they just spy for security reasons. And then, of course, we discovered that, in fact, the New Zealand's NSA, the GCSB, had used X-Keyscore to search up information on competitors to Tim Grosser, our ex-trade minister's application for like the head of the World Trade Organization. So they had, in fact, in New Zealand, been spying on other, foreign diplomats and even allies, spying on our allies for economic reasons, for trade reasons. Sure enough, in our last session that we did here, we saw in the West Africa stuff that the NSA openly admitted that there were economic reasons that they were in West Africa and that the military was there to support those reasons. Prior to that, when we looked at the strategic operational planning document, the strategic forecasting document for 2006 to 2010, the NSA had listed as number one target, as number one priority, strategic priority, as being the economic expansion of the European Union, as being a bigger threat even than China or than terrorism. So what this document is saying is that they have Global Economic Security Day. So really, like, just that terminology like shows that to them, economic security is security. These things are like inherently tied together. And look at this, policymakers and intelligence managers and analysts from across the US economics and intelligence communities enhance network across the economics community and the intelligence ranks to ultimately strengthen economic security here and around the globe. So this is just like case in point evidence, as if we didn't have enough already, that spying is all about economics. Spying is all about money. Spying isn't about terrorism. It's not about stopping wars. It's about facilitating wars. It's about continuing wars. But primarily, first and foremost, above counterterrorism or any international geopolitical competition, it is about economics. Oh, look. It is open to all blue badge employees who work economics-related issues. So they're openly saying that like a subsection of their workforce is tasked with working economics-related issues. Global Economic Security Day. Okay. So when we listen to ex-assistant director of the FBI, who's now president of CrowdStrike, talk about how the US doesn't spy for money, we can have a good laugh to it ourselves. interagency understanding, enhanced networking. Right. Okay, this is useful. Yeah, I have seen some Centre for Strategic and International Studies broadcasts. I think I watched some in the context of studying Philip Mudd, the ex-CIA guy who resigned when he wouldn't testify before the Senate over the Senate torture report, who then became a like CNN or something contributor. He's like a so-called terrorism expert on the cable news channels now. It's pretty nauseating stuff, to be honest with you. I grit my teeth. I find it very hard to listen to that. I study it for journalistic purposes, but I find it very difficult to listen to. It's like spending my entire Saturday listening to FBI keynote speeches. It was a painful experience. Well, Gardner's asked me, who do I think is a master in such a collaboration between corporate and intelligence agencies? This is, every single one of these documents is framed in business language, right? And it's all about, I mean, you can see them bending over backwards to create customer portals and to have like, you know, high-tech CRMs and stuff. So in business, if you don't please your customers, then you go out of business. So that's like one of the things I would love to see is who is on the customer list outside of government agencies and outside of international partners, who is in their customer, who is in their customer list that is, because I mean, we've talked a lot in the anti-spy bill events and meetings about the fact that the so-called critical infrastructure of these countries involves the private sector. It involves the banks. It involves these, like, you know, significant, large, predominantly international corporations that they have been, they're being protected by the intelligence agencies. This is what it comes down to. They're being protected. They are customers of the intelligence agencies. I would like to see some more in these documents about that. I haven't yet. I mean, we've heard about corporate partnerships in terms of like the PRISM program, where we have, you know, like major tech companies and stuff collaborating, colluding with the NSA. But we don't know very much about who's in the customer sphere of the NSA outside of the military and outside of the government in the private sector. But yeah, you're completely right that obviously the master in such a collaboration is the customers, and is only limited by the policymakers, and the policymakers, as we know, are elected because of contributions, financial contributions from undoubtedly those same corporate customers.